So, after Halle Bailey filed her DV case, DDG decided to file his own DV case, asked for sole custody, and put in what he says happened during their 2 year on again and off again relationship. They said petitioner pushed me and attempted to attack my companion while outside a movie theater in June of 2023. Petitioner had frequently used racial slurs and profane language directed at me in front of others, including family, friends, and our child. Petitioner has denigrated and demeaned my masculinity, saying I wasn't man enough for her. Petitioner exercised coercive control over me by withholding access to our son Halo based upon my refusal to abide by her dictates or demands. Petitioner frequently changed agreed upon custody arrangement without notice, denying my access to Halo as a tool for control or punishment. Petitioner blocks communication, demanding that all communication involving Halo proceed through my mother. Petitioner doing emotional outbursts of destroying my personal property, including my laptop containing critical music and content. That's what he's leading with. Basically, he's saying what she say I did to her, it was a reason she did that to me as well. Let's get into what's going on with some of these documents. He said petitioner habitually used verbal, abusive, and profane language, often yelling F-U-N, stupid A-N, stupid A-beast, and calling me during argument. Petitioner would frequently denigrate and demean me by telling I'm not man enough for her, which you heard he said there in front of family and friends. Despite the instability, petitioner disclosed in or about April 2023 that she was pregnant with our son. We had multiple conversations of our plans to co-parent together, even though our relationship had ended. So basically, he's saying that no, they were not in a relationship the entire time of her pregnancy. Was on again, off again. In June of 2023, I discovered petitioner attempted to terminate the pregnancy without my knowledge or consent, regardless of our prior discussions to parent the child together. On or about June 6, 2023, petitioner contacted me complaining that she was bleeding with pain. In my effort to assist, I contacted her OBGYN and learned that petitioner had attempted to abort the baby but failed to take the second A dose. Following this discovery, I spoke to petitioner and asked her why was she our child after we had agreed to co-parent. Petitioner threatened me by demanding that we reconcile or she would go through with the A. This was the most troubling of her attempts to coercively control me. Following this threat to aid the pregnancy, coupled with facts that she attempted to obey without informing me, I made the decision to cut ties with her. I could no longer be subject to her controlled behavior, and I wondered whether her actions may be jeopardize the health and well-being of our child. This is where people not gonna like what I'm saying here. It was DDG fault. If she did it then, she said, okay, just go ahead and do it. I'm sorry we couldn't work out. I wish you the best. And walk away. I know child here, everybody's happy. You don't want to say that about a child. But you wouldn't be going through this if you just control, like, if y'all relationship was never good, bringing the child wasn't going to do anything to make it worse. Just my opinion. But let's get more into this story. So basically, he said during a Bruno Mars concert, August 24th, I'm not going to read this whole thing. They was having it going back and forth, and she was hitting on him and all that stuff while driving with the baby in the back. She didn't care about the child's safety or her safety or his safety. She was just being erratic. And he did show documents of, I guess, the recorded incident that he said he would display more in court. And basically the recorded incident, the transcript that happened, all he was saying is keep hitting me. She was calling him stupid. And he kept saying keep hitting me. And she called him a dirty whatever. And then, yep, keep hitting me. And all he kept saying is, yeah, keep hitting me, keep hitting me. Then he finally said, yeah, you got effed. And then she was like, get out of my car. And he was like, you got effed before, keep hitting me. And then she said, I never got effed. So we never know what that conversation was about. But then he said, yes, you did. Yeah, keep hitting me. Nope, not even by you. Yeah, keep hitting me. Basically saying, nah, it didn't happen. So all he keep repeating is keep hitting me. And then finally he said she called him stupid. Then he said, yeah, I bet you calm down. And it stopped there. Get out my car. Bet you calm down now. Get out my car. So we don't know what happened in between that. Unless we hear the audio, which will come out probably sooner or later. We also have more text messages of her pretty much saying she's struggling, pretty much saying she want to be with him, and he keep playing with her. She's not going to make it to her birthday. She's going to, end it all because of that. And you can also tell they was doing things to each other because they had this text message where she took his laptop And you can look at it here, and he went and took the keys to her car, but in the same text message, he was like, just give me my laptop back, and I'm having to give you your car keys back. I'll bring it back to you. So basically, even though everybody want to put it all on him when she filed, now everybody now want to put it all on her since he filed, they both were doing stuff to each other. The relationship should have ended when they had their first altercation. We'll get into that in another part. The first altercation, not nearly what, 3-4 months into the relationship. The relationship shouldn't even last as long as it's lasted. So it's both of their fault. They're both doing things, and I'm not gonna say he's innocent. I'm not gonna say she. I'm saying they're both doing things, and I'm saying they both gonna have to pay the consequences. But anyway, in his document to file for full custody and not let her take their child out of the country for work, this is what it said. Given these threats to self-harm, I believe petitioner is a threat to our son's safety, such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country to Italy for a period of 2 months. I am filing a concurrent ex parte application seeking to preclude petitioner's international travel. In the event this court does not grant the ex parte relief, I will have no choice but to report petitioners to harm herself by placing our son's safety at risk with the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Service, something I was hoping to avoid. Basically, he's saying if they grant her the right to take the child out of the country for 2 months, he gonna take her saying she gonna harm herself all those years ago, or we don't, because it seemed like it was a couple years ago when the baby was first born, and maybe a little bit prior to. He's gonna take it and send the defects pretty much to have them look into it or try to take the baby. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this situation in the comments. I think they both need all kind of training. They both need to go seek help, and they both need a mediator and parenting classes. Period. They're both using their emotions to file these. Like DDG also filed his DV charges, and in that he asked for sole custody. In the meantime, like this, comment, subscribe. I'm out.